Hey, how's it going? My name is Francisco Caballero, and I recently read this book in class named Question of Freedom by Dwayne Roberts. I really can't stress enough how much I enjoyed this book. It pretty much starts off with a young African American male named Dwayne that makes a really bad life choice in the beginning of his life at a very young age, around 15, 16. And what he pretty much does, he commits armed robbery at a landmark mall. It's a mall relatively close to where I live, and he robs a guy's wallet and he robs his watch, his fake gold watch, and then he goes on a shopping spree, and then he maxes out the cars. The clerk gets suspicious, and then they have to run away from the cops. So he's in the parking lot, and as he's trying to run away, he has to go to the elevator. Excuse me. And they meet this guy. He asks them, they ask him where the elevator is. He leads in the wrong direction, runs to the cops, and he pretty much gets tried as an adult for robbing this guy. And in jail, he meets very interesting people. He um he meets Hispanics. He meets a bunch of different races that he's not used to seeing. But what stood out to me the most is when he met the Hispanic MS members, because for the most part, he knew Spanish, he understood it, but he couldn't speak it. He didn't want there to be a language barrier between them, so he gets upon himself to learn Spanish. And in jail, he reads a lot of books. He gets really like interested in poetry. He writes to a poet, and he gets his GED. He graduates in jail. Um, he just does a lot of good things, and I think it's a coming to age book because I like what he said about Malcolm X and a bunch of other people that had to first go to jail to realize what life was really about. It really stood out to me, and I personally would really recommend this book. I really liked it to anyone in just anyone. It's a learning experience. Um, One thing that really stood out to me in the book is at the beginning of the book, the first page before even the first chapter, he writes his little message to his mom. He says, "Sorry, mom, for putting you through this struggle." He also says something about his wife that he meets later on after getting out of jail. He says, "I could never done it without you," and he writes a little thing to his son. He says, "Every day is a new day with you." And I really like that because as he got out of jail and he wrote his book, he like thanks everyone that in his family for always supporting him even though he was in jail. Um, Also, um, I don't know. Another thing that stood out to me in the book was when he was talking about the how his cousin was also sent to jail, and it was around New Year's. That was just crazy to me because I actually had a friend that recently went to jail, and I know how he felt because I grew up with him, and just knowing the fact that he went to jail is crazy. How he has to spend part of his life in there. But I mean, all in all, I guess it's a learning experience for everyone, and you have to be responsible for the actions you make. So, like I said before, overall, I really enjoyed the book a lot. I might even read it a second time. Not personally, I don't read, and I really recommend it. So you should go out and check the book out because it's really good.